In our previous episode, we embarked on an incredible journey, tracing the path from non-life to the emergence of life. We journeyed through the primordial soup, where simple organic compounds swirled together, forming the building blocks of life. We witnessed the birth of the first cells, simple yet incredibly complex structures, encapsulating a world of biochemical reactions. Yes, the stage was set, and life as we know it began to take shape. But this was just the beginning of a grand, cosmic performance. The encore was yet to come, the Microbial Epoch. This era belonged to the minuscule, the microscopic. These tiny pioneers, invisible to the naked eye, held the power to shape not only their immediate surroundings but the very world they inhabited. Now we dive deeper into this microscopic world, exploring the pioneers that shaped our planet's early epochs. Imagine a world dominated by microscopic life forms, the prokaryotic cells. These ancient dwellers, the first to stake a claim on planet Earth, were nothing short of revolutionary. With no true nucleus and a simple cellular structure, prokaryotes might seem unimpressive at first glance, but don't let their size fool you. These tiny powerhouses were setting the stage for life as we know it today. In the early chapters of Earth's history, bacteria were the main characters. There was a spectrum of these bacterial pioneers, each with its unique role. Some were autotrophs, capable of making their own food from sunlight or chemicals. Others were heterotrophs, dependent on their environment for sustenance. Regardless of how they nourished themselves, all these early bacteria shared a common trait. They were masters of survival in a harsh and volatile world. The survival strategy of these early prokaryotes was a game of numbers. They replicated quickly and efficiently, doubling their population in as little as 20 minutes. This rapid reproduction meant that any advantageous genetic mutation had a good chance of being passed on to the next generation, allowing these early life forms to adapt and thrive in their ever-changing environment. These early bacteria were not just passive inhabitants of the early Earth, they were active participants in shaping the planet's biosphere. They were Earth's first builders, creating structures called stromatolites that can still be found today. These layered rock formations are a testament to the power of tiny organisms working together over vast stretches of time. But perhaps the most important contribution of these early prokaryotes was their role in transforming Earth's atmosphere. Through the process of photosynthesis, they slowly began to pump oxygen into the air, creating the conditions for a new kind of life to emerge. These tiny organisms set the stage for a symphony of life that would reverberate through the ages. From the depths of the oceans to the edges of the atmosphere, bacteria have been instrumental in shaping the world we know today. So, let's take a moment to appreciate these microscopic pioneers, the prokaryotic cells. Their story is our story, a tale of resilience, adaptation, and the unending quest for survival. In the orchestra of life, photosynthetic bacteria played a transformative role. As the baton of evolution waved, these microscopic maestros brought forth a symphony of change, their music resonating with life-giving energy. But what exactly was this melody they played? Well, it was none other than the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, a term derived from the Greek words for light and putting together, is a process that converts light energy, usually from the sun, into chemical energy that can be later released to fuel an organism's activities. In the case of photosynthetic bacteria, this process is slightly different from the photosynthesis we often associate with plants. Instead of using water as an electron donor, as plants do, many of these early photosynthetic bacteria use substances such as hydrogen, hydrogen sulfide, or even iron. This form of photosynthesis, called anoxygenic photosynthesis, doesn't produce oxygen. However, around 3 billion years ago, a new group of bacteria evolved called cyanobacteria. These microscopic mavens possessed the ability to perform oxygenic photosynthesis, similar to plants. They used water as an electron donor and released oxygen as a byproduct. This was a game changer. As cyanobacteria multiplied, they began to fill the atmosphere with oxygen, a process known as oxygenation. This was no small feat. Oxygen was a toxic gas to many of the anaerobic organisms that inhabited the Earth at that time. But as the oxygen levels rose, it led to the development of a new type of cell that could not only tolerate oxygen, but also use it to generate energy more efficiently. This was the dawn of the Age of Oxygen, a period that saw the rise of more complex forms of life and eventually led to the diversity of life we see today. Oxygen, once a poison, became the lifeblood of our planet thanks to these tiny photosynthetic pioneers. So let's take a moment to appreciate these ancient bacteria, the maestros in Earth's early symphony of life. Through their transformative photosynthesis, they composed a new atmospheric melody and changed the course of life on Earth. These tiny powerhouses fundamentally altered our planet, paving the way for new forms of life. In the harshest corners of our planet, life finds a way to thrive. Meet the Extremophiles, a fascinating group of organisms that have mastered the art of survival in conditions most life forms would find unbearable. From the scorching heat of geysers to the freezing depths of the Antarctic ice, these microscopic pioneers have carved out their niches, defying the odds with an audacious spirit. Extremophiles are named for their love of the extremes. They raise the bar for what life can endure, flaunting the rules that govern ordinary existence. Some, like the thermophiles, revel in temperatures that would melt lead, while others, the psychrophiles, find their homes in the deep freeze of the polar ice caps. Then there are the acidophiles, who thrive in environments as corrosive as battery acid, and their counterparts, the alkaliphiles, who flourish in conditions as caustic as bleach. But how do these hardy microbes manage such feats of endurance? The secret lies in their unique biochemical adaptations. For instance, heat-loving thermophiles boast proteins that retain their shape and function even at high temperatures, while cold-adapted psychrophiles have special antifreeze proteins that prevent their cells from icing over. Acidophiles and alkaliphiles, on the other hand, maintain a stable internal pH despite the harsh external conditions, thanks to a range of ingenious molecular strategies. These remarkable life forms not only challenge our notions of life's limits, but also hold clues to our search for life beyond Earth. If microbes can thrive in the extreme environments on our home planet, could similar life forms exist on other worlds? Perhaps in the icy moons of Jupiter or the methane lakes of Titan, we might find alien cousins of our extremophiles, defying the odds in their own extraterrestrial ways. In the grand tapestry of life, extremophiles are the daredevils, the boundary pushers, the explorers of the uncharted. They remind us that life, in its relentless pursuit of existence, can be far more resilient and versatile than we ever imagined. These hardy microbes challenge our understanding of life's boundaries, expanding the realms of possibility. The story of life is marked by a momentous event, endosymbiosis. This isn't just a buzzword from biology textbooks, but a pivotal chapter in the evolution of life on Earth. Endosymbiosis is a fascinating, almost poetic process. It's here that two separate organisms come together, not in competition, but in cooperation. One organism, usually a smaller one, takes up residence inside a larger host organism. But this isn't a one-sided arrangement. Both parties benefit in this symbiotic relationship, each providing something the other needs. Picture this. A long time ago, a free-living bacterium with the ability to convert sunlight into energy, a process we know as photosynthesis, found itself engulfed by a larger host cell. But instead of being digested, the smaller bacterium was kept alive. Why? Because it provided the larger cell with a valuable resource, energy. In return, the host cell offered the bacterium protection and nutrients, a win-win situation. This was not just a chance encounter, but a pivotal moment in the evolutionary narrative. The engulfed bacterium, over countless generations, became a permanent resident of the host cell, eventually evolving into what we now call a mitochondrion, the powerhouse of the cell. But the story doesn't end there. A similar event occurred with another type of bacterium, one capable of photosynthesis. This bacterium, too, found itself inside a host cell, and over time evolved into what we now recognize as chloroplasts, the photosynthesis centers in plant cells. These evolutionary leaps, driven by endosymbiosis, led to the emergence of eukaryotic cells, complex cells with internal structures, including the all-important nucleus. This set the stage for the development of multicellular life forms, plants, animals, fungi, and yes, us humans. So, when we marvel at the diversity of life on Earth, let's not forget the humble beginnings of this complex symphony. It was through cooperation, not just competition, that life as we know it was able to flourish. Endosymbiosis, a tale of cooperation at the cellular level, played a key role in life's grand narrative. Microbes are not just passengers on this planet, they are influential drivers of Earth's dynamics. These tiny life forms have been shaping our world since its early epochs, influencing both the geological and atmospheric dynamics of our planet. Let's take a journey back in time, to an era when Earth was a microbial world. In this world, bacteria and other microorganisms were the primary life forms. Through their metabolic activities, these microbes played a significant role in sculpting the planet's physical features. For instance, cyanobacteria, the first photosynthetic organisms, were responsible for the formation of stromatolites, the oldest fossils we have, which are essentially layered mounds of calcium carbonate. But the influence of microbes wasn't confined to the surface alone. Deep within the Earth, in the darkest and most inhospitable environments, microbial communities thrived. These subterranean microbes, known as chemolithoautotrophs, derive energy from inorganic compounds and influence the cycling of essential elements like sulfur, iron, and nitrogen. Their activities have contributed to the formation of minerals and ores, shaping the geological landscape of the Earth. On the atmospheric front, microbes have been equally influential. The production of oxygen by photosynthetic bacteria, for instance, not only transformed the planet's atmosphere, but also paved the way for the evolution of oxygen-breathing organisms. Furthermore, microbes continue to play a pivotal role in the carbon cycle, influencing the planet's climate and weather patterns. Even the soil beneath our feet owes much of its fertility to the microbial world. Microbes break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and maintain soil health, making Earth a hospitable place for plant life, which in turn supports all terrestrial life forms. So you see, without these miniature architects, Earth would be a vastly different place. Their invisible hand has been guiding the planet's evolution for billions of years, shaping it into the world we know today. Even in their microscopic size, microbes have left an indelible mark on our planet. Let's continue our journey to explore how this microbial symphony has orchestrated the flow of life across Earth's epochs. Our journey through the microbial epoch brings us to a profound realization. Consider this: the world as we know it today, teeming with diverse life forms and complex ecosystems, owes much of its existence to the humble, microscopic pioneers of the past. Their influence is not merely confined to the annals of ancient history, but continues to reverberate in every breath we take, every leaf that unfurls, and every rock that forms beneath our feet. The rise of prokaryotic cells marked the dawn of life on Earth, setting the stage for an epic drama of evolution that has unfolded over billions of years. These early bacteria, in all their wondrous diversity, were the original terraformers, shaping the environment and crafting the conditions necessary for more complex life forms to evolve. In this ancient world, photosynthetic bacteria played a starring role. Their ability to harness the energy of the sun and convert it into life-sustaining oxygen brought about a radical transformation. The planet's atmosphere, once devoid of this vital gas, was now teeming with it, heralding the age of oxygen and paving the way for the evolution of organisms that could utilize this new resource. But the microbial symphony didn't stop there. Extremophiles, those hardy microbes thriving in the harshest of environments, demonstrated the incredible adaptability of life. They pushed the boundaries of what was considered habitable, opening up new ecological niches and driving the evolution of complex cells through the fascinating process of endosymbiosis. Moreover, the influence of these microbial communities extended beyond the biological sphere. They played a pivotal role in Earth's geological and atmospheric dynamics, shaping the very fabric of our planet. So, as we reflect upon the transformative impact of bacteria and other microbes, we come to appreciate the grandeur of their legacy. They were, and continue to be, the invisible architects of our world, orchestrating a symphony of life that echoes across the eons. These invisible architects continue to shape our world, composing a symphony of life that echoes across the eons. As we wrap up our exploration of the microbial epoch, we stand on the brink of even greater discoveries. The symphony of life, it seems, is just beginning to play its most intricate movements, and we're here, ready to tune in. The story of life on Earth is an epic tale, filled with twists and turns, and the microbial epoch is but the overture. It set the stage for the rise of complex multicellular life, a transition that forever changed the face of our planet. As we move forward, we'll delve into this fascinating period, exploring the intricate dance of evolution that led to the emergence of diverse life forms. Imagine a world teeming with strange, alien creatures, so different from anything we know today. A world where the rules of the game are just being written. This is the stage for the Cambrian explosion, a period of rapid evolutionary development that gave rise to an incredible array of organisms. It's a time of unparalleled biological innovation, a veritable explosion of life's diversity. We'll journey through this vibrant era, uncovering the mysteries of Earth's early inhabitants. But our voyage through time doesn't stop there. We'll also venture into the Anthropocene, the age of humans. It's a time characterized by the significant global impact of human activities on the Earth's ecosystems. We'll explore how our species has shaped the world around us, for better or worse, and ponder the future that awaits us. Intriguing, isn't it? The journey we've embarked on is no less than the story of us, of life itself. It's a tale of resilience and adaptation, of triumphs and setbacks, and it's one we're still writing. The microbial epoch has set the stage, and the curtain is just rising on the grand spectacle of life. Join us as we continue our journey through life's grand narrative, peeling back the layers of time to uncover the secrets of our living planet.